going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today what I have for you guys is a fairly large discussion regarding Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and my plans for the game from this point forward. Now, I hope my previous video in regards to Infinite Warfare wasn't too long for you guys, but I did ramble on a lot in regards to my opinion of the game and in regards to Activision's recent conference call, which confirmed a lot of information that we already knew was true, talking about their support for Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare, and Infinite Warfare for 2017, and the fact that Infinite Warfare was not the success or the game they had in mind. It really wasn't, and as I said in that video, I don't like Infinite Warfare. I just don't like playing a carbon copy of a game that I truly love. I'm not going to invest $1 into their Quartermaster. I'm not going to invest any more time into their multiplayer. Definitely not going to be playing their joke of a zombies game mode, and I'm really done with that game. And I was done with it from the moment it released. But with Modern Warfare Remastered, this is where my opinion is somewhat the same as it was before, but at the same time is currently changing based on Activision's recently released DLC weapons within their black market as well. So I love classic Call of Duty, and I thought that when they confirmed Modern Warfare Remastered along with Infinite Warfare, I thought that was a great idea for those of us that didn't want to play a Call of Duty centered around space and the future. That's what I thought at first, and when they confirmed that multiplayer was also going to be a part of that experience, then that's when I really thought, holy shit, we're going to be playing COD 4 in 2017. It's going to be an active-ass community, it's going to be a great time, and I even pre-ordered the game and fully paid off Infinite Warfare a month early, just so I could play Modern Warfare Remastered 30 days before everybody else, and that was only for the campaign on the PlayStation 4. I streamed it here on my channel, and I had a great time. But since then, I haven't posted Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay or streamed it or anything like that. And I'm sorry for that. Not because I don't like the game, it's because, as I've said many times before, I've had a lot of changes in my life in the past couple of months. So many different priorities coming in, coming out, and I just haven't had a good time to sit down, play the game, stream it, record it, do what I want to do. I was even late with uploading my DLC 4 gameplay for Black Ops 3, but I still posted it. I still wanted to finish what I started with my map pack coverage of one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time, which is of course Black Ops 3. And I will of course be continuing my coverage of that game as it will be supported in 2017, whether that means DLC 5, whether that means new black market weapons, whether that means new game modes, whatever that is, I'll still be supporting it. But Modern Warfare Remastered is part of my plans for the games I'll be covering throughout the next couple months, throughout the summer, and beyond that as well. But despite my love for COD 4, which again I think is a phenomenal game overall, it's simple, it's real Call of Duty, and it brings a lot of classic players back who maybe haven't played Call of Duty in a couple of years because of the new futuristic mechanics. I don't agree with what Activision is doing, and I don't agree with how the community has responded to that either. So when it was confirmed that Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer was going to be a classic experience, it was going to be remastered with a little bit of new content, people were worried that supply drops would be added into MWR. And when people talk to me about that in comment sections and articles, I said, simply don't be surprised if they add that shit in. You know, who gives a fuck if it's Modern Warfare Remastered or if it's Black Ops 4 or if it's Infinite Warfare 2? Supply drops are always going to be here. As I talked about the other day in my Infinite Warfare video, they made I believe it was $3.6 billion off supply drops alone. So when you read that, who in the fuck would think they're going to ever get rid of black markets within Call of Duty? Supply drops overall in Call of Duty, microtransactions as a whole. Why would they ever get rid of that? They're making so much more money than they do on the game sales or even the DLC map packs. Again, this is why I've also been saying, isn't it a good idea to make the map packs free? They're making so much money off supply drops that what the fuck does the map pack even matter at that point? You know, how much more money can they get from the DLC map packs? Why not just make it free then? If they're already profiting so much money off microtransactions, then what the fuck is a map pack gonna do? 5 new maps in the game. What is that gonna change? What could that change? You know, what, a couple million more? Whatever. That I can never fully understand some of those concepts in terms of the Call of Duty series. You know, they could do things for the community that really would excite us and make us feel like we're appreciated, but they don't. They just simply don't. Another example of that is when they confirmed, or before they even confirmed, let me go into this. There were leaks on Reddit of supposed DLC weapons and melee weapons within Modern Warfare Remastered. Not supply drops, but simply DLC weapons. So when I first saw those leaks, I'm like, this is definitely true. I know for a fact these are reliable sources, very credible people that will do nothing but support the COD community and will love to show us what they found in the PC files. And I knew for a fact DLC weapons were coming. If that's not from supply drops, then it's from some possible future map packs or something of that sort. Now, then melee weapons came around. And they came around in the sense that supply drops were added in. So, when I look at the supply drop system in Modern Warfare Remastered, it's a lot of cosmetic shit. A lot of reticules, a lot of character outfits, different skins. And some of the skins and camos look pretty cool. Very nice items to see for a classic Call of Duty. It just adds fresh content to a classic game. And with the melee weapons, I didn't even have a problem with melee weapons because they're essentially reskins of the combat knife. And that's okay. You know, honestly, I don't give a shit. Because not that many people have it. Not many people have melee weapons, or not many people have salvage overall to even spend on those melee weapons. You know, beer bottles and axes and fucking hatchets, all types of different shit. So that wasn't really a big deal. But as I said in my Infinite Warfare video, the salvage system is cool because you could get the weapons you want by simply grinding. Even though the earn rate is shit, it may take a long ass time, you could eventually get the weapons you want for free. You could. But the earn rate is such shit that Activision just wants us to think hardly about spending money on COD points to get what we want. And that's the whole scheme that they have going on. It's business. It's smart business. That's simply what it is. But I honestly let it go. I didn't make a video about this information right when it was confirmed because at that point I was just thinking to myself, this is Activision and Call of Duty we're talking about. What can we really fucking expect at this point? But what really pissed me off and got me to come out and script this video was when they released a patch for Modern Warfare Remastered. And the patch was great because it really fixed a lot of bugs and glitches and exploits to the multiplayer maps. And within the patch notes, they said new weapon kits in the black market. I'm like, okay, new weapon kits. That's new camos, probably some more melee weapons, some other shit, whatever. But no, ranged weapons were added into the fucking black market. And these ranged weapons had been leaked months prior to the actual release of the fucking game, which was unbelievable. So these weapons were planned, pre-launch, but weren't added into the game. They were saved specifically for this purpose, to be put into supply drops. And they didn't actually talk about these new weapons until after they were already in the fucking black market. So that was just laughable in and of itself. We have the K-12 fully automatic 12 gauge shotgun of Russian origin. Features an 8-round detachable box magazine. The XMLAR, essentially the ACR from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. This fully automatic assault rifle comes from the European theater, utilizes 7.62x f1mm NATO cartridges in a 30-round detachable box. Fancy. We have the 44 Magnum, classic fucking 44 Magnum 6-round revolver featuring a stylized military grip and signature long barrel. So I was okay with the melee weapons, the reskin of the knife. But these new ranged weapons are more fucking powerful and overpowered than the base weapons in the game. At this point, I hadn't played Modern Warfare Remastered in about a week. So when they added in this new content, I hopped on, updated it. First game I get into, I get destroyed by a certain player who's using this weapon. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I picked it up off the ground. I'm like, holy shit. I'm using the ACR from Modern Warfare 2. What? This thing melts fucking enemies. It really does. It did a great job bringing that weapon into a game they released before that weapon even existed in the Call of Duty series. They really did a great job with that. It would have been great to see at launch, but nope, it's in the fucking black market. So that's what really pissed me off, because it's disgusting that they were telling the YouTubers that it would remain cosmetic only. And when I say disgusting, I'm not blaming Raven for the shit that went on. I'm really not. Because it's not Raven's fault. It's not Raven's fault. Like I said, same shit with Treyarch back before Black Ops 3 came out. At first, they told Treyarch and David Vonderhaar, okay, we're not going to have supply drops in Black Ops 3. Fuck it. So Treyarch confirms that with us. With the YouTubers that went to their events and their reveals. Then they announced, fuck, supply drops are going to be in Black Ops 3. You could tell David Vonderhaar and Treyarch were almost disappointed to reveal that information. Because they knew they already had told us that they weren't going to be in Black Ops 3. But Activision, if Activision changed their minds, if Activision says, fuck, we're going to change our mind about this, let's just confirm this now, then that's what they're going to do. The development team behind that game has to come out and reveal that information to us. That's just how it works. It's not up to Treyarch. It's not up to Infinity Ward. It's not up to Sledgehammer Games. That's how it works. Then they went one step further than that and finally started releasing weapons into that black market system within Black Ops 3. Again, all those things are not up to Treyarch to decide. That game was not built or developed for that type of system. So that's why it was kind of fucked up when it first came out. All these cosmetic items, all these glitches, all these new items for your specialist. That shit was not planned. It really was not. And you could tell, like I said before, with even the DLC weapons, they were great base weapons to add into the game that fit with the game. And they were put onto the DLC zombie maps for a reason. They were developed for both multiplayer and zombies, but were free to use in zombies because they were made for that map as well. But they were unfortunately locked behind the black market. So it's the same principle here. When the black market was announced for Modern Warfare Remastered, as disappointed as Raven probably was, they told the YouTubers the information they knew at that point. So I hate how the community reacted to the YouTubers and to Raven after DLC weapons were added in. Shit like this changes, and we saw this with Black Ops 3. If this was the first time that these changes happened, then okay, I understand your disappointment like we had last year, but no, this is the second time that this has happened. So what are you surprised about? But it does piss me off because they're adding in OP weapons that are more powerful than the base weapons. So again, aside from that, it's like, I love Modern Warfare Remastered, I'm going to continue to play it, but I'm not spending $1 or investing into their black market like I did with Black Ops 3. Because I know the intentions of Black Ops 3 were so much different than the intentions of Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. I know that for a fact. And if you're still telling me you're a hypocrite for buying COD points and then bashing the community later, I'm not bashing the community at all. It is our fault that these microtransactions and systems are going to be remaining in place for years to come, because $3.6 billion didn't just fly out of somebody's ass. It's from everybody's ass who plays Call of Duty. So there's not even a point in saying, don't buy supply drops and we'll show them what we're talking about, that we don't want this shit in our game. That's not going to change anything, because $3.6 billion from who knows how many people still have to be accounted for. So aside from that, I will continue to play, stream, and focus some time on Modern Warfare Remastered along with a lot of other games. I'll leave a list on screen so you can see. But I do love the game. It is classic and real Call of Duty. These new melee weapons don't change very much about it. The camos are great. Keeps the game fresh with new content. I agree with that 100%. Even though it's a remaster does not mean that they can't add in nice new content like that. But when it's crazy OP weapons, that's a different story. That's when shit gets real and gets really fucking frustrating. But we're just gonna have to deal with that. I'm sorry if you don't have the ACR or this new pistol or this crazy ass shotgun, but we're just gonna have to deal with that for the rest of the cycle of 2017. And something I saw on the comment section of Charlie Intel, which I really liked, was that it's Modern Warfare Remastered, not COD 4 Remastered, which could mean, in the future, we could get content from both Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Which might make COD 4 feel weird, since COD 4 released with less content back in 2009, and it was a lot simpler. But it's to keep the game fresh, and I agree with that point of it, but to add in too much content that doesn't belong in the game is when shit gets fucking ridiculous. And I don't agree with that at all. I know for a fact that remasters are going to be probably a trend with the next few Call of Duties. And I'll talk more about that in a separate video as well. We will see a Modern Warfare 2 and a Modern Warfare 3 remaster in the next few years. I know that for sure. And we already know World at War and Black Ops 1 are probably on that list too. We just have to wait and see. But this is how the remasters work with Call of Duty, and we have to get used to that. So, I won't invest in it like I did with Black Ops 3. Looking forward to a potential Modern Warfare trilogy, and that'll probably be a trend over Sledgehammer Games and Treyarch's next Call of Duty, with remastered Call of Duty games. So yes, we could probably expect a Modern Warfare 2 remastered with Sledgehammer Game's next title, and then a World at War remaster with Treyarch's next title. That's something we can always think about, but I'll talk more about that soon. But thanks for watching, everybody. Just wanted to kind of wrap things up in terms of the news with Modern Warfare Remastered. That's new content that's been released. Again, hundreds of items being added into the black market. A lot of useless shit. Again, some nice new camos, some nice new reticules, but a lot of duplicates of different shit that looks exactly the same, just to keep that COD point scheme going. So many items in the black market just means you're not going to get what you want. So many items. So I'm not surprised at all. I'm really not. They're going to keep doing that, just how they did with Infinite Warfare with 600 plus new items. I don't give a shit if it's Mark II weapons or new camos. That's a lot of damn items, which almost guarantees you're not going to get what you want, unless you're lucky as fuck. But it's all a part of the smart business decisions that Activision is making, and we're just going to have to deal with that as long as we play Call of Duty. I'm sorry to say that, but keep a lookout for some nice and badass Modern Warfare Remastered gameplays in the next couple of days. I'll be streaming it hell of a lot. Definitely going to be completing a lot of challenges within multiplayer. And one thing I'm really hoping for is a remaster of the Variety map pack that we saw back when COD 4 came out in 2009. That was a phenomenal map pack, and I think that they'll definitely be bringing that back to Modern Warfare Remastered very, very soon. I can almost guarantee that when I think about it. So let me know your thoughts and feedback down below in the comments. Are you still playing Modern Warfare Remastered? Has the hype died down for this remaster, or are you just sick of Activision's business moves? Has the new update to the black market with DLC weapons ruined your experience with Modern Warfare? Leave all that down below in the comments section. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is dkdynamite, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Our UAV is online. Our UAV is online. Enemy UAV is airborne. Friendly chopper on the way. Friendly airstrike on the way. Enemy UAV is airborne.